guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you kind of my dream board of my renovation. So this few videos back I had asked whether this is something that you guys would like to see, the whole process of us renovating our main floor, and there was an overwhelming response that is what you guys want to see. So I will be sharing that probably for on and off for a while, for next maybe couple months, month or two. Not every video, but you know, some of it will include the process and the steps and all the things that we are doing to renovate our house. So just to give you a little bit of a background, we are going to be completely redoing our kitchen. I am removing a dinette because I have a formal dining room. So I'm going to utilize that space for our eating area. And then I'm going to be using that kitchen and dinette as a whole kitchen. So it should give us a lot more space because I do have two cooks in the house, and the current kitchen, which I will insert a photo so you can see in case if you haven't seen what my kitchen looks like. But I have tons of videos out there on decorating my kitchen and cleaning my kitchen, all that stuff, if you want to see what the old kitchen looked like and get a more feel for it. But anyway, so this should give us more. I'm putting a giant island in there and all that stuff. So I have kind of narrowed down almost everything that I'm going to be doing in that kitchen, so I will share that in a minute. But then we are also, in order for all of this to work, we are going to be replacing all the floors on the main floor. I have laminate in my living room, dining room, and family room currently, and in the family room, because it's a room that we use the most, it is not looking very good. Sorry, my dog decided to have a drink, so it sounds like somebody's bathing in my kitchen. So anyways, I'm going to, the one in the family room is quite rubbed off. It wasn't a very good quality laminate. We did not cheap out, but it wasn't a very good quality. And then the tile is, there's a couple cracked tiles, and we've been in this house for 13 years and it's time to replace it. Like I said, there's a couple cracked tiles. It's looking a little out of date and all this stuff. So I'm going to be putting one floor down in the whole main floor. I'm going to have no floor transitions, and it's just going to be one floor. And in order to do that, we've decided to go with the luxury vinyl, because I have, as you saw, one, but there's two of them, two dogs that weigh over 100 pounds, well over 100 pounds. They're very slobbery. When they drink, there's water everywhere, and they're in and out of the house constantly, going in the yard and stuff like that. So I didn't want to have to put hardwood in one place, laminate in the other, tile in the other. So in order to have one consistent floor, we have decided after extensive research that vinyl is the way to go for the wetness and for the durability of these dogs. They're not rough, like they don't scratch surfaces, they don't go like this and on the floors and stuff, but they are heavy. So and every reading that I've done is they should be okay for that. We went with the high wear layer for that purpose, so cross my fingers, it's good. And then I'm also going to be repainting my whole main floor, which will probably include the upstairs upstairs hallway as well, because it kind of all flows in. I am planning on redoing both of my staircases, and we're also planning on putting like I don't know if it's called wainscoting, but it's kind of one that you build yourself in the dining room. So a lot of stuff coming. A lot of it we're doing. We're not installing the kitchen and we're not installing the floors, but the backsplash my husband's gonna do. We're the ones painting. We're the ones doing demolition, and I will be doing the stairs makeovers. cross my fingers. So I have a hardwood staircase going up, and then carpeted staircase going down to the basement, and I have just cut a piece to see what type of wood the stair runners were, and they're pine, so it should be good. It should be fairly easy to make over. I think the hardest part will be removing that carpet off of them. So I think I've covered everything. I already started buying some new furniture pieces because I do thrift them. So as I find them, so I'm gonna be replacing a couple pieces in the house. I have already have a couple pieces spoken for that are in my house right now. I am donating some to families in need, and then also giving some to my mother-in-law, and I think my sister-in-law is taking some. So just a whole lot of different things that will be going, and it will be fun to share all that with you guys. And I can't wait to get started. It's been such a long process. We've been dealing with this since June, because back in June we had a flood in our kitchen. The fridge went on the fritz and flooded my kitchen, damaged some cupboards, damaged some bottom cupboards. So we've been dealing with insurance, and we had finally finalized it at the end of February. So now the fun stuff starts. I have already started the whole kitchen process just by, I think my whole kitchen is designed by Instagram. Let's just put it out there. And same with the floors and all that stuff, because there are so many amazing kitchen designs on Instagram. And I think I have actually done more on Instagram than on Pinterest. Oh, my legs. Okay, so as you can see right there, all the damage on the laminate floor. So I'm just gonna move the camera a little bit. So let me show you some of the things that I have on hand to show you. I still have samples that need to go back to the store, so I thought I'd do this video so I can share all this with you. So let's start with the kitchen. So if I don't have a sample, I'll insert an idea in here. So my kitchen's going to be a shaker cabinet, MDF, because I guess that's the way to go if you're painting the kitchen. So that's gonna be my uppers and my lowers. And then I'm going to be doing an island, and the island's going to be in white oak. So I will insert the picture, kind of an inspiration for that. The island is going to be 5 by 9, so it's a decent size island. I'm going to have seating over in the family kind of room side. So, and for the seating, I have not yet decided on what I want to do for the stools. So many choices for the stools and so expensive. So I have to narrow that down, but that is like the last thing that I'm going to be doing. So for the countertop, I have decided to go with it's St. Quartz, it's by StoneX, and it's in Carrara White. StoneX is a local company in Ontario that makes this stone. So I didn't want anything with heavy lines on it. I wanted just a little tiny lines everywhere, and I really like that. And I wanted it to be a light, like as white as possible without going into Cambria, which is the white, in my opinion, the whitest, but it's so expensive. So this I think, so I'm a little confused as far as it goes. On the stone, when we went to the StoneX warehouse, this was a level 2, but with my kitchen company, because that's where I'm going to be going through, it is level 1. So what that means, if you're not familiar with quartz, they're all the same quality. But they are all labeled level 1, 2, 3, level 1 being the cheapest, level, I don't know, 5 being, let's say, the most expensive. And the difference is the patterns. So the less pattern it has, the cheaper it is. The more pattern it has, the more expensive it is. Cambria is I'm sure there's more expensive stone, but in my world, Cambria was like much more expensive. For example, these guys range for about $64 a square foot, and Cambria starts at $120. Just to kind of give you an idea, like I know that the prices might be different everywhere. This is just an example. So that is what I'm planning on going for my counter, and it worked out that it is on the cheaper side because the counters are what's costing the most, I think, out of all of this. Well, the floors do, but I'm covering a lot more space with the floors. So for the cabinets, I have decided to go with the decorator's white. And let me tell you, I have never in my life imagined so many different color shades, like a white of white. I have a wall tape top with white samples in the kitchen. I have brought, this is from my kitchen company, they actually have these, so I could bring them and put them on the wall and see what they look like. So I had taken a whole bunch of colors from them, from Benjamin Moore, and a whole bunch of colors from Sherwin-Williams. I originally loved the Dove White from Benjamin Moore because I saw it on a kitchen in a showroom, and I thought this color was so soft, so smooth looking. Came to my house, put it up against the wall. It was cream. It was like yellow cream. So not gonna happen. So like I said, my suggestion to you is if you are leaning on a white kitchen and you're not sure what color, what shade of white you want, bring it in the space that is going to be in, put it on the wall, put it against different walls, and see what it looks like in your kitchen, because that's what your cupboards are most likely going to look like in that space. So that's what I did, and I'm so glad I did it because it eliminated so many different colors for me that I thought I would have loved, and when I brought them, they were totally not what I saw in a different space. So settle down to decorator's white because I thought it looks, I didn't want it that crisp white that I felt like it was a little bit of like a cold white. I wanted it to be a warm white, but I did not want it to be yellow. So that's why I decided on this one. And then for backsplash, now backsplash was 100% inspired by Instagram. So I have seen so many, this is, by the way, a sample that I had paid $10 to get shipped from Wayfair, which is, in my opinion, a total bull, because how can you see what you want? So anyways, this is a Chloe White. It is by the company, I will link it in the bottom, but it is a Chloe Subway White wall tile. Now, I'm going to insert a picture to see what it looks like. This is why I thought I should have gotten more than just one shade that came with it, because it comes with a whole bunch of different shades. So it's kind of like grayish, whitish, creamish, kind of in between. So anyways, so this one is not available for sale in any of the local local tile companies that I could go in and see. The only place that I could find that I could buy it for Canada was Wayfair. So it was quite a bit of money. Not like a, I think it would have cost me, I figured around $1,000 to do a backsplash with this one, but don't quote me on that. But anyways, with getting it from Wayfair. So we went on some heavy duty research and came across the Artisan White series. Now these are all Spanish tiles. Again, the sample isn't the best, but at least I had a bit more color variation on it. So this is pretty much exactly the same style of a tile. They're both Spanish. They're just different companies, but finished look is exactly the same. I have done so much research on it, seen so many pictures. that now when I look at it, I can't even tell which one's which because they're so similar. So this I can get at a local store. So we have decided to go for this, and it's about half price. So, which I'm pretty okay with that. So, and I think I'm going to go with a white grout or a lighter grout. I'm not going with the black grout or gray grout. It's most likely going to be a full-on white grout because I like the way it looks with the white grout. So that's for my kitchen, what it's gonna look. I've chosen, oh yeah, and I also chosen black handles, larger ones for I'm doing all deep drawers, all drawers on the bottom, and I'm doing a really neat thing for a pantry, so you're just gonna have to stick around for that. And then I'm going to, I have ordered my sink. I am going with a farmhouse apron sink in white. It's the Kohler one, 33-inch that I had ordered. And then I have not 100% decided on the faucet quite yet. There's a couple that are contenders for the faucet. It will be black, I know that, but I just don't know which company I'm gonna go with, which brand. They're very similar. There's just a little differences and the price is different, and of course price of faucets is insane. Let's just put it out there. So that still has to be decided. And I have also bought my appliances, which was, for me, that's like the best thing ever. I love appliances. I'm like appliance, from small appliances to large appliances. So we went with KitchenAid, bought extra warranty just because, and I went with a big stainless steel hood because I have a wood hood now and I wanted something different. Might regret that decision down the road, but at this time it feels like it is the right decision. I went with a 36-inch stove, so a little bit bigger. I will link all the appliances that I bought in a corner, or at least anyways, the stove and the fridge. The fridge I'm very excited about. It's a fancy fridge, but yeah, so that's for the appliances. And then for the paint, because I will only have one wall to worry about, there's a couple colors that I'm thinking. So I'm thinking Morning Dew. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go probably with this one in my laundry room and my mudroom. And by the way, I'm going to be redoing my laundry room, but that's going to be a much earlier video because I'm doing the whole thing. So and then I'm going to, so this is, it's either this gray owl, this one, I know it's hard to say, but these are Benjamin Moore's, or I might still go and get, I've been seeing a lot of on Pinterest, a lot of repose gray from Sherwin-Williams, so I might go get a sample of that and see how that, so just lighten up everything a little bit is what my plans are. I think I'm gonna leave the living room with my antique gray because vintage gray, because I absolutely love that color, and that room is perfectly fine unless my husband damages it by removing the baseboards, but then I will have to repaint the whole thing because I've had that paint on for several years. So if I try to touch up, you're gonna see the difference. So the plan is to keep that room the way it is. So, and then everything else. And then let me see what else. So I have gone out and got all sorts of, let me just show you, like these paint things just to kind of figure out the colors that I wanted. And let me show you the little things that I picked up from Sherwin-Williams for the when I was trying to figure out the kitchen. I'm just gonna go grab it. So I have one that I didn't put, well, a couple that I didn't put up because I saw right off the bat that they wouldn't work. So these are these squares, and I think they were like, I don't know, $3 for $8 or something like that. And they're peel and stick, and you can just unstick them, put them on a different wall so they come off. And it's just a great way to see whether the color will work instead of buying the little samples and painting painting them on a wall. I like this much better personally, and I know Benjamin Moore has them as well, so I just didn't have to do it because I got all those little pieces of wood. So I just put them up against the wall right where all the other white stuff was, so I could see that. So I just thought that was such a good idea. So now for the floor. So again, after so much research, I have decided to go with the Provenza Finally Mine. And this is what the floor looks like. If you saw the way I started looking for floors, it was going to be dark. It was going to be dark brown. And then the more I looked, the more the lighter floors appealed to me. I still love the rustic look of the floors, and I think this one, it's not very rustic, but it kind of, I don't know. I just love this floor so much. I've seen so many videos, I've seen so many Instagram posts about this floor that I just decided this would be the best floor for me. It is so it's by Provenza Moda Living Collection. Finally Mine. It is 20 mil wear layer. It's an 80 millimeter thickness, and it has the beveled effect, which I kind of like too. It has that more realistic look. So that's gonna be the floor on the homemade floor, and I think I had covered everything that I'm doing. If you have any questions, if I didn't cover something, put it in the comments down below. I'll try to answer all the questions. If you have any of this, let me know. Oh, and I also wanted to mention before I sign off and leave, is when it comes to the sinks, it's another one that I did a lot of research. And when I was originally starting out, I wanted a concrete sink. Then we were contemplating doing that bronze sink, that antique bronze sink, whatever the name of that is. But that one tends to turn green, so I was worried about that. The concrete sinks apparently leak once in a while, and they get very heavy because they soak up water, or I don't know, but they look really good. So I was really afraid of those. Maybe I didn't do enough research on those, but as soon as I started reading stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I don't think I want to deal with that. I knew I did not want it like a undermount sink. I did want it an apron sink. That I knew for sure. And I didn't want a colored sink in a sense of like beige or black or anything like that. It was either going to be white, or then I was looking at the other ones. I did not want a stainless steel one anymore. So when I started looking at the white sinks, the fire clay were the ones that they're the most durable. They don't scratch as much. They're very good. So I found some fire clay ones that I've decided to go with. I think it was the Roll company that I was going to go with. And then I dug in some more research on, I was actually researching the company to see whether that was the right choice, when I came across these horror stories of these clay sinks cracking, and the one lady was turning around and hit it with her crock pot and took the whole top off of it. And I was like, oh my God, that's going to be me. I'm going to crack my sink, and then I'm going to have to get rid of my quartz and take it out. And I was just so like paranoid about it. And then, so I went with the cast iron enameled. They're supposed to be, well, you can't really crack it that easy, although cast iron is possible to crack, but it's nearly impossible to crack it. And they are a little bit easier to chip than apparently the fire clay ones. But you can buy repair kits for it. So I thought, well, it's a lot cheaper probably to buy a repair kit to repair little dings than it is to replace a whole cracked sink. So that is why I have settled on the cast iron enamel. After many sleepless nights over this sink, I have just, one day I just said, I've had enough. I'm just going to order it and be with it and done. I don't even want to think about it. So that's exactly what I did. We'll see how I like it. I mean, I follow a lot of people on Instagram that have these things and they absolutely love them. And I followed them for many years and nothing has ever happened to these things. So I assume I'm not going to break my sink. That's just, and it has a lifetime warranty for fading, chipping, and some other stuff. So I'm hoping that, you know, I did make the right decision, but I guess we will see down the road. So I hope you had enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if I missed something and you'd like to know what it is. Let me know what it is that I missed, or if you have any questions, let me know down below. I'm going to try and link up some of the stuff that I have in a description box. Otherwise, there's going to be like a blog post and all that stuff related to all this madness that's going to happen in my house. So I'm sure you'll come across if you want to know anything. But if you, like I said, if you want to know anything, just leave me down a comment. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any of the excitement coming your way. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for following along, and I'm so glad that you're here. And I can't wait to share all this stuff with you guys. So thanks so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.